Tonight on BCN Weekly News. In this week's special report, BereaCollege News and Radio is hosting their annual Vinylthon event. Stay tuned to learn more about this day of music and fun. Plus, the GSA's Day of Silence demonstration. Follow reporter Michael Harpin III as he attended this protest and interviewed the organizers. Also, Kinetic Expressions is this weekend. Stay tuned as reporter Amaya Weekly explains some of the reasons you should attend this event. And need an extra course for next semester? We got you covered as we dive into some of the courses for next semester. All of this and more coming up soon tonight on BCN Weekly News.
Live from BCNR's studio in Berea, Kentucky, this is BCN Weekly News.
Good evening and welcome back to another episode of BCN Weekly News. My name is Matt Carmack. BereaCollege News and Radio host about 2 large events for the year. This upcoming weekend, their spring event, Vinylthon, reappears for a second time. At this year's event, a root beer pong tournament will be hosted from 2 to 6 p.m. at the Quad. You can also look forward to painting on records, 48-hour vinyl, spinning on the radio, as well as snacks and refreshments. We sat down with former radio DJ and Vinylthon advocate Chapman Evans to learn more about this year's event.
Because Vinylthon is something that your parents wish they had, your grandparents wish they had. So the Vinylthon works in tandem with National Record Store Day. And Record Store Day is where all the record stores that compete, you get special releases from artists, from Taylor Swift did one last year, older rock stars like Def Leppard and Guns N' Roses, indie artists get in on it. Every kind of music you can think of, there's something for you in Record Store Day. The Vinylthon, which is my Christmas, mind you, I miss Record Store Day to do this, is where you get to tune in and you get to hear my voice play the best songs you've not heard of. But I've reached out to some bands that have sent me some signed records of theirs. So for instance, Classless Act is a band out of Los Angeles that recreates the hair metal days of the late 1980s. They just started. They're our age. They're like 20, 21 years old. And then I've got a signed record here by the folks over at TWRP Twerp. They're a synth rock band out of Canada. Saw them in concert last night, and I told them that they were going to get played at the BereaCollege Radio, and they were all in on it. And then I've got some more popular bands here that perhaps people don't know about. The Orient Experience is one that I'll be playing. They're from the early 2000s, back when vinyl was dead, and during the resurgence, they did a limited run of this one famous record. And then the brand new Depeche Mode album that just came out, I guarantee you will be the only radio station that's going to be spinning this. So I've got all sorts of goodies and other bands and nuggets that are being sprinkled throughout the Vinylthon that if you tune in, you'll hear some new music, and who knows, maybe a new favorite band.
We hope to see a large turnout at this year's event. Make sure to come by for some end-of-the-year de-stress. And in other news, last Friday, the GSA held a day of silence to commemorate LGBTQ discrimination. Reporter Michael Harpin III attended this protest, and here is all that happened.
Thank you, Mac. This is Mike reporting from the Quad. I'm here for the Day of Silence demonstration for LGBTQ discrimination. The Day of Silence demonstration was held last Friday from 2 to 4. For 15 minutes, a moment of silence was held to commemorate discrimination, death of fellow LGBT members, and as a way to connect those with their inner self. After the 15-minute moment of silence, there was roughly an hour of guest speakers sharing about their experiences. These speakers were a collective of students, faculty, and community members, including Rebecca Blankenship and Michael Harrington. Then students had an opportunity to share their own testimonies as well. After the speech portion, a majority of the demonstrators marched into Lincoln Hall during a strategic initiatives meeting. During that time, I spoke with one of the guest speakers.
Okay, so we are demonstrating, gathering, marching, screaming our hearts out for trans rights and all of the speaking out against all of the anti-trans legislature that's been going around.
The afternoon concluded with a march around campus that lasted until roughly 4 p.m. I took the time to speak with the GSA co-presidents about organizing this event.
Our voices are a little shot because we've just been chanting because of Day of Silence, which is a national student-led demonstration, which we helped plan for one to be here as well. And that demonstration is to fight back against the discrimination that any LGBTQ plus people, whether they're students, staff, or faculty, feel whenever they're in a school. And we really wanted to speak out because this year there's been so much legislation going through, especially in our own state, Kentucky here. And so this year, Glisten, a really awesome resource for people in the community, said that we should all rise up and speak out. So we wanted to do that as best as we could. So we got a lot of people in on this. The Bell Hook Center was so helpful. Everybody in the Women, Gender, and Sexuality Studies Department, the Student Government Association, they were very helpful. We've had a lot of support with this. Our advisor, Sadie Neville, the music department, they turned off Phelps Stokes Bell from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. for this day. Getting emotional again. Yes.
So I just think today has gone so stellar. People who took their vow of silence, people who spoke up against what's happening in Kentucky, what's happening across the country. And I think our demonstration overall went so well. We had lots of people out here, and like everybody said, rain or shine, they're taking away our rights. We out here fighting for them. So I'm so happy for everyone that came out, and even the people who couldn't come out. I am happy that they still stood in support with us. Teachers who took moments of silence in their classrooms, staff who took their own moments of silence during their work days. It's beautiful to watch the Berea faculty and staff who support us, and those who don't.
We see you.
We see you.
Thank you for all that participated in today's demonstration. We will keep you posted on any more of GSA's demonstrations in the future. This is Michael Hardman reporting for BCN Weekly News. Back to you, Mac.
My son got diagnosed with it. They came in and said, we're moving him to ICU. He's got a 50-50 chance. I don't want anybody else to go through this. It can be controlled if we do our part.
There are stories here in Kentucky of friends reliving old tales, writing new ones, of tradition, patience, and golden treasure, of spirit told in thunder and applause.
Kentucky, unbridled spirit. Visit KentuckyTourism.com.
1,600 seeds, all seeming unalike, all coming from some place where money does not grow on trees. We were planted to remember that when we walk away from here, our journey is just beginning. Our journey is just beginning. We were planted. We were planted here. We were planted here to grow. And we did.
Thanks for staying with us. All year long, the Artist in Motion Dance Group has been working on their end-of-the-year performance, Kinetic Expressions. Amaya Weekly with more on this event.
Thanks, Mac. Kinetic Expressions is a Berea Dance Program's performance held every spring semester. This year's performances contain a night of modern and contemporary dance that features choreography from staff and students. Choreographers and dancers have been working hard throughout this semester in order to give a good show. In addition to choreography work, students and staff involved with the show have set up lights, curtains, flooring, and more in order to give the crowd the full artistic experience that Kinetic Expressions has to offer. I spoke with Director of Dance Programs Stephanie Woody about the creative freedom that choreographers have when organizing a dance for the show.
One thing that has been important for me to learn in terms of being a choreographer and creating dance, composing dance, is that it's most important to stick with movement, ideas that really speak about movement. So trying to make a dance about world peace or about social justice issues is very difficult. But if you're trying to make a dance about the body in some way, like power structure in terms of the space, you can make a dance about a hierarchy. You can make a dance about two people where one person is trying to overpower the other. But if you're trying to literally interpret or literally create a dance that's that says something that could be better said in words, for example, then it's less likely to be a successful dance. So really try to encourage students to stick to ideas and themes that are focused on movement ideas and less about, big world issues. But movement is a metaphor, right? Movement speaks metaphorically and not literally, so it does communicate pretty directly, but not literally.
The show takes place at 8 p.m. on April 20th, 21st, and 22nd at 8 p.m., with convocation credit being provided for the first 2 showings. The show is open to the public and tickets are required to attend, but the event is free for all BereaCollege students. Additionally, children under 10 get in for free as well, while students that do not attend BereaCollege get in for $5 and non-students for $10. Tickets can be purchased at the link in the email sent out by Stephanie Woody on April 7th. We are excited to see the turnout for the show, and we hope it is as abundant as last year's performance. Reporting from the Seabury Center for BCN Weekly News, this was Amaya Weekly. Back to you, Mac.
Thank you, Amaya. We hope to see students out at these shows this weekend, and good luck to all of the performers. In other news, need an extra course for the next semester? We got you. For those interested in an extra 0.25 credit course, there are still seats available in the Black Music Ensemble, Enhancing Career Readiness, Country Dancers, and the Bel Canto Choir. For those that need an international perspective, you may still sign up for a cross-cultural perspective or the history of Spain. But of course, there are many classes that still have seats available. To name a few is printmaking, topics in fibers, introduction to German, health in Appalachia, traces of the global past, and do not harm are all courses with many seats still available. Of course, for more information, contact your advisor or Judy Ginter at registration. Good luck to everyone in their new year journeys. And on behalf of our news team, thank you for watching BCN Weekly News. I'm Matt Carmack. For more coverage, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at BereaCollege News Radio, and watch our show online at www.bcnewsradio.com. We'll see you next week. Good night.